It is Friday, finally. It was a short week this week, had Monday off for a holiday, and I mean, I was off for a while before then, but even just coming back to 3 days of work after like having time off and just working on making YouTube videos, working on Sway and moving and everything. As soon as I came back to work, I'm working on a pretty dull project right now, where I'm just working on like old bugs from old code from other people. It's kind of mind-numbing, but I just have to remember I get 3-day weekends and they pay me to do that, so I'm quite happy, So that doesn't mean I'm not, fuck. Oh no, how this works? No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Resetting. Anyway, there, that'll do. All right. But anyway, yeah, super looking forward to these Fridays. Basically, I have these 3-day weekends. They're like mini work weeks. And so starting this morning, I really feel like I'm, after moving in, finally hitting my stride and getting like my morning routines in and actually able to really lock in and maximize the space. It's today, what's on the agenda. This morning, I hit it hard, just started ripping on code for Sway. I'm trying to wrap up that Lab Explorer feature I showed in an earlier video. But basically, feedback we got from like investor meetings and stuff like that. People are waving signs at me. little bit of a side tangent. Right now, the Dalhousie, my university there, the faculty and the actual university are negotiating their contracts right now, and the faculty didn't accept any of the offers, so Dal actually locked them out. So I'm supposed to be in classes right now. I'm finishing my last 3 before I graduate, but I have no clue when classes are actually starting. Can't flip the camera around, but there's people just walking around with signs everywhere, so who knows. I'm not complaining though, because it's just less time I have to balance working full-time and classes, so oh well. But anyway, what I'm working on this morning, working on the lab feature. That's actually what's going to help people learn about their habits, their locations, how much time they're spending on different work activities, and just giving deeper insights into how to optimize your environment, your supplements, your timing of work, all that kind of stuff. So I want to wrap that up today, and then I'm going to be moving on to a bunch of other features that we have. What are these people honking about? Oh my God. It's absolute chaos right now on the streets with all these people protesting. Anyway, so after I do all that software stuff, I'm jumping in. Matt he redesigned our boards yet again. So lots of upgrades. This one should have has all the components that we need. We already verified like our Bluetooth antenna works, our streaming works, everything works good. Our signal was just very noisy due to some issues with our analog front end. So Matt completely redesigned it. Everything is good to go. And before we order, he put together a lot of documentation, different diagrams and stuff. So I'm gonna go through and help him review all of that. We're gonna review separately and then bring it together and order the boards tonight. So once that comes in, hopefully, finally, I'll be able to start using strictly our glasses instead of the Muse while I'm working, which I can't wait for, because the Muse just hurts my head and I just want to wear my glasses and have it track everything. And I'm way more productive when I'm actually using our device. So I can't wait. It's really gonna up my work quality, especially with these new features that we're releasing. And I want to be able to show you guys more, so I can actually take in feedback from some of you that are excited to use this and signing up for the waitlist. Yeah, so everything from hardware to software. And then later tonight, Jackson also, well, I was living with him previously. He's in a very nice new apartment as well. So me and the boys are heading over there, and we're breaking the place in, having a couple drinks, maybe some snacks, and just having a good time. Might watch a football game too. Yeah, overall, excited for this day. Very excited for this day. switching gears here a little bit. It's getting later in the afternoon than I had hoped. I've had a great day coding. Basically, I'm trying to complete the lab feature that I showed in a previous video, and I talked about this morning. So very close to completing that, and then tomorrow I'm starting on what we're calling the challenge feature for now, basically placeholder name, but that's where you're going to be able to kind of complete. You can set your own goals. There's also kind of like achievements built into the platform, like hit a certain amount of sessions completed, or maybe 30 days in a row with a focus score above 90 for 2 hours worth of sessions. I'm just making stuff up on the fly, but things like that. And that's also where you want to set challenges for yourself. Like for example, I want to do a reading session or 5 hours of reading sessions every week or something like that, because I have a goal of finishing X amount of books. Something like that, that you can set these goals for yourself and then actually track and work to complete those. So that's what we're working on right now. And in that as well, you can also set your own goals and your own vision and constantly be reminded of that in the platform and actually see if you're consistently day by day making progress towards those things. So that's the goal with that feature, and that's what I'll be working on the rest of this weekend. So I'm switching gears right now and jumping into hardware. Matt prepared lots of documentation for me to go through. I'm basically a second set of eyes. He's designed all of this. And I'm going to go through all the files, make sure everything's all connected properly, ask him some dumb questions, basically just so we can fully review it and be fully confident when we order. Yeah, and so once we fire that order off, you can see I've got my 3D printer behind me. We're doing a bunch of mechanical work, so we're going to finally 3D print some frames. We 3D printed a case for our last setup where we actually had to jump 2 boards together. These aren't the boards we used, these are the ones, the beaters here. But this is our latest design. Obviously, these aren't going in glasses. You can see how spread out things are and big components are. We're not worried about miniaturization right now. We know we can miniaturize it and get it in the glasses form factor, but not to worry about that. We want something we can basically play around with, test different points and all that stuff. And this is our first board here. And so we ended up jumping them together and getting our prototype together. I can pop some shots of that on the screen. But yeah, next steps, we'll order that board. We're going to print some frames. We'll print a little case for the board because again, it's staying external, even though this one's going to be a lot smaller. And yeah, super exciting. So we're getting closer and closer to just actually having a working product to use with our application, which is so exciting. Because again, like I said, I'm tired of using the Muse, but our app is so good. I'm not saying that just because I'm building it. I love doing it. When I sit down in the morning and I know I'm just popping that in, I'm hitting play on a session, and I'm actually tracking my focus as if I was tracking a workout. It's just game changing. I can't wait till we can actually fully get to that point. So I'm gonna do this review for Matt, and I think we're gonna order the boards tomorrow because I think he had a long day at work, needs to rest his brain, and then we're getting after it. Yeah, only spending another like half hour here, and then I'm heading over to Jackson's apartment. All the boys are getting together and breaking the place in. You know, there's like 3 cups that I brought. I got them in here and she was like, yeah, we're dividing those. They're still in this order if you want them. Yeah, that's fine.
What about the forks?
Never sicker, liquor before beer, coast is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In St. John, we were all over the place.
Down, down, down.